Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TTS. Oh, my screen is going glitchy. The TTS team event. I'm going to turn this camera off, I guess. This is Shane versus Kurtis. And Shane is on the red side playing Web Warriors. Kurtis is on the blue side playing Web Warriors. I'm going to let them know that we can roll the dice when they're ready. So they can just get off, and we'll check out these lists here. But they are on Longshanks. This is round 2. We've got Shane is with Rob and Dutch from an all Ontario team, and Kurtis also from Ontario, and he's with his squad goals team that they won squad goals in May, and that is Johnny and Schmid. So let's see what happens here. Shane has some good counter webs play. Like we have Shang here, we've got Voodoo. I expect them to come out. We'll see what happens. He's got. Oh, he's playing Avengers. Oh, I thought he was playing Web Warriors. My bad. Wait. Okay. He's playing Avengers here. Okay. Kurtis is playing Webs. Why did I think they're okay? Doesn't matter. Let's see. We have Agent Venom, Toad. Who's got Toad? Okay. Miles, Proxima, Black Cat. All right. Cool. So who won priority here? Looks like Kurtis won priority. So he's trying to figure it out. 17 on the extracts. What do we got? Damn, he's got a lot of 17s and a 20. Kurtis really wants to play 17, but he won priority. So it means that Shane will have control over the missions, but 3 17s here as well. And, okay, a couple 16, 17, 18 on the blues here. So we have... Who chose? Blue chose secure. So Kurtis chose his secures, got infinity, and we got scientific sample. So infinity, classic, extra power, and we have scientific samples, newer mission here. One at a time. If you roll a skull, you get a power. And in the cleanup phase, if all of players' characters holding an extract are within 2 range 2 of 1 or more secures, they score a VP. So there's a bonus VP per team available. Means it's going to be a quick match. Let's say they both grab 2 extracts, hold 2 secures, and the extract grabs are within range 2 of the secures. They're going to be scoring 5 points a round. So pretty fast game. Okay. So what we're playing threat. I guess they're both 17. Okay, so I wonder what we're gonna get here. I think with webs we could get 5 wide, 6 wide. If you go with 3 5s and a 2, we've got Toad. So what do you got here? You have Miles Spectacular, Miles Spectacular, Gwen, Black Cat. That's 12. Then you have another 3 threats. You could go Proxima or Luke Cage. And then you have Toad is an option. Or you could bring in a 5 threat here, or you could bring in 2 4s and 3 3s. So this is why Kurtis likes 17, because there's just like so much flexibility. You can go 6 wide, or you can go 5 wide with some great options. And now we have the Avengers here. Steve, Voodoo, Shang, 3 4s. Do you have a 2 threat? There's no 2 threat. So you can't really play that unless you go 4 wide. And going 4 wide into potential 6 wide webs is trickier. So, do you play? No, like it's hard because if you play Sam, you don't get your leadership that often because the Web Warriors don't really want to do damage to you. So the Web Warriors, they're just not an attrition team. They're not. I mean, that's like not their main goal most of the time. So I think you go with what is Shane? The question is, do you go with Steve and 1 other 4 and then 3 3s? I don't have Shane already had his roster popped out when I joined, so I can't see his list right here in the game. Oh man. All right. So we have junction here? I guess this has been around for a while here because Pat made this map. Let's see what happens. I'm interested to see what they both bring out. You're going into Avengers. Like Shane's not going to bring Hulk because Hulk will just get like I don't think he brings Hulk here because then you have to go 4 wide, and maybe I just don't know. I just don't know what Shane tends to want to do here. Shane has played Web Warriors, I believe, so he would know what to bring. I mean, like, why wouldn't you bring Voodoo and Shang-Chi? Okay, so if you go 4 wide here, you're bringing Steve, Voodoo, Shang-Chi. That's 4, that's 12, and then you need a 5 threat to go 4 wide because you don't have a 2 threat. So you play, I don't know. Does Abomination get like does he have enough power to now hop with Steve, or is I don't remember the power count. So I mean, do you do that, or I don't know what other 5 threats he had. He had Thor, I think, one of the Thors, but you could put like this could be a pretty fast game. Sam. If you're playing Sam, it's not. It's like the problem is with Sam is the game is so fast that the leadership will only happen like once or twice. But you do have a I mean, just having a 3 threat, fast moving character here allows you to rotate pretty quickly, and then you've got Shang and Voodoo, and then you're just needing to get 2 more 3s. Luke Cage maybe, or I don't remember what his other 3 threats were, but. And the question really is like, how many is Kurtis going to play 4 webs here? Or if he plays 4 webs, does he play Jane because she has a size 4 throw and like thinking that hedging bets against Shane, who will have a Hulk, because otherwise he really has no way to displace. He has no way to displace Hulk if he doesn't bring Jane, and then he goes 5 wide with Jane. Kurtis is going first here. So he'll get pick over which extract he wants to bring. I don't know if he brought. Oh, let's see. I can see his list, I guess. What kind of does he have? Does he have any safe grabs that he want to use? Cat and the Spider. He could play that on the on this top extract here. And let's see how it goes. We do have we have triple streams going on right now. So we've got Mike Whalen is streaming the Juicy League Finals, that the tournament hosted by the Taco Truck podcast, and we have another team event for Kurtis's and Shane's partners are playing in their matchup. So if either team wins both their matches tonight, their team automatically will move on regardless of the third game going on tomorrow. So this will be interesting. We'll see how that goes. We have who's playing? I think it's I'm not sure who's playing. Okay. Let's see what I don't really know what else to say. Man, there goes all my MCP knowledge. I just info dumped it right at the beginning. Okay, so let's see how I manage through the rest of this thing. They must be locking in pretty soon, I'd imagine. Let's see. Man, they're both like maybe uncertain about what the other person's gonna do, and that it's like affecting how fast they are at knowing their teams. Here we go. Are we almost there? Let's go. I am excited for this one. All right, we are locked in here. There we go. Oh, okay, we are getting a Sam Wilson leadership from Shane here, playing Sam, Iron Fist, Spectacular Spider-Man as a splash character, and then we have Shang-Chi and Doctor Voodoo. And he's playing Fallback Battle Plan as Avengers Assemble. Whoa, Steve Rogers Battle Plan. Steve Rogers isn't there. Avengers Assemble, Chi Mastery, Heroes for Hire. Then we have All Webbed Up. Oh, so we have Kurtis's team. 6 wide, like we thought here. He's bringing 3 spiders, 4 spiders, Toad and Luke Cage. So we could have opted for Proxima here in this 6 wide scenario, but he is bringing Luke Cage instead. All right. Then we have All Webbed Up, Spider Tracker, Heroes for Hire, Fallback, Brace for Impact. Okay. So we're gonna see if Voodoo and Shang-Chi can do their thing. Like they're good characters to play into the Web Warriors because they have mystic attacks, and the Web Warriors, their defenses are especially on Spectacular and Miles. Well, actually, only specifically on Spectacular and Miles are there. It's their weakest attack type to defend against. And then we have on top of that, they have abilities, or like Doctor Voodoo has the ability to steal from the Web Warriors. And oh, we have a kick out here, and then we have. All right, let's get this. Let's reset. We'll do a reset, I guess. So, um, we have. What does Shang-Chi have? Shang-Chi just is very. He just has a 6 dice attack that's mystic, so he can punch really hard. He can stun the enemy team as well, and so the combination of the stun, the high damage potential, and having pretty tough defenses against the Web Warriors a lot of the time is good, is strong. So I think that's why Shang-Chi's good. I don't know. All right. We will get back in a second here. All right. So with Kurtis going, oh here let's get this game back on here. Okay. So with Kurtis going with 6 wide and having the first pick, he is giving himself. He gets the first activation and the last activation. He doesn't have anything that give him more power on round one, like Wong. So he doesn't have any sort of crazy things going on here with like anything too crazy. But he's going to use Toad for a safe grab. I mean, the answer seems to be he'll use Toad to grab behind this truck here on the bottom. It seems like the most obvious answer. He does get to place Toad last out of all deployments. So this is that's good for him. So let's see where the rest of the characters line up here. But putting fast, they both put fast moving characters in the middle of the board, trying to minimize the amount of information they give away earlier in the game. So there's to minimize the amount of counter deployment. So look, that's why Kurtis started with Black Cat dead center and Shane put Sam Wilson dead center. We have Miles also in the middle, looking to probably grab that back piece and move on to an infinity formula, which will bring him back to 2 power round 2, so we can start web line kicking with 6 dice pools. So that's the idea there. We've got spectacular. We have no Cat in the Spider, so there's no worry about Black Cat trying to like doing a safe grab play or anything like that. Oh, we have another kick out. Ooh man, that's a tough one. Let's chill on this for a minute while we figure this out. We're getting a computer restart. It's an interesting strategy. We're gonna see if it helps Shane. If he's going to be able to play better with a rebooted computer. He's trying every tactic he can to throw Kurtis off here, get a leg up. So All right. Looks like we are ready to go here. So am I doing things the right way? It should go like this. Perfect. Hey Oprah Smash. Thanks for joining. I don't know the answer. Who does the model skins for TTS mod? I think what's happening is they're being 3D scanned with like a bunch of pictures. I do not know how that function works, but there's if you went into the TTS, the MCP TTS Discord channel, or whatever you call that, Discord server, there's the admin team there who probably knows. You could probably ask a question to the admins, or something like that in the general chat, and you would get your answer. But they do look pretty sick. They look really good. Damn, dude. Better paint job than me, that's for sure. All right. So, what do we have now going on? So we have. Okay. Kurtis has played Black Cat in the center with Miles also in the center. Black Cat probably looking to like double move onto a back serum canister to set up a steal maybe, or something along those lines. As a last activation is an opening they can do. Maybe if he wants to. Oh, anyway, and we've got Miles there to grab the back piece, and then on Kurtis's left, it's Ghost Spider and Spectacular Spider-Man on the left flank, with Shang-Chi opposed from Shane's squad. And then on Shane's team, we have Captain America dead center, and we've got Voodoo and Iron Fist on the left flank, and we are waiting to see what Kurtis does with Toad and Luke Cage. Now, I think that Toad is going to grab the one where Shang-Chi is. My guess, I think, like, because otherwise, like, Voodoo just opening of the next round just takes his piece from him, right? Because he gets Infinity Formula power. He'd be at 3 power. So he just moves, yoinks it from Toad, and then grabs it and then moves away, and Toad's just like stuck. So I'd be surprised if that's not what he did. Like if Kurtis put Toad where Voodoo is, seems like a mistake. So let's see if that happens. I'm also going to be commenting with like I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so um I'm not saying things as if they are like the best play possible. I'm just saying how I would play the game if I was in either player's shoes. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. So okay. It's a different perspective when you're watching a game versus playing one. Okay, so Kurtis gets to go first here. We've got so Shane ended up putting his Spectacular Spider-Man with Shang-Chi. So he's got a cool little 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other, with Sam Wilson as like his back flex piece. And I like the setup. Whereas Kurtis went with like just Luke Cage and Toad. Oh, he's going with Toad on this bottom side. Uh, and interesting, cool. So he's doing this because he can get Toad. I mean, I don't know exactly why he's doing this on this side rather than the other side. Maybe because there's less attacks that can go into Toad round one. Because Shang-Chi and Spectacular both could potentially throw attacks into Toad on round one. So maybe that's why Kurtis opted to go on this side. And Shane's going to respond. Let's see what happens. So Toad has an extract and is sitting on the secure. So this means that Kurtis, if he gets the back sample onto a secure, he's going to score that extra VP. And I don't think it's possible for Shane to also score that back VP. And looks like Shane's opting to put his Spectacular in cover Oh, but you actually maybe he can because it's a range 2 measurement. So, okay, but Gwen will just yank him off the point anyway, type of thing. So it's like if you even if you put spectacular directly towards the secure, you get the range 2 VPs. You get the 2 bonus VPs. Like if you're about to, at the end of the round, Gwen's just gonna pull the character off the point and set up a point a scoring discrepancy right away anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But maybe now Gwen can yank Shang-Chi off of the back secure to make it even bigger. And making be wow, can't talk, an even bigger point disparity. So looks like Kurtis is trying to do this thing. It is possible to grab the back D extract with Miles and then also move to the secure. However, it's a little close and there is terrain in the way. I was just gonna say, uh, he just needs to get range 2 of the secure to get the bonus VP. So he really wants to get within range 1 though to get the bonus power. So Kurtis's second activation here. He's trying to squeak around this car. And it looks like he can get there maybe. Let's see. I don't know, it's very close. Let's see him put that range 1 out. Looks good though. Let's see. If my TTS distancing is still on point. We've got it. We did have a game crash, so there's no overlay to confirm if he's on the point. I'd love to see that range 1 tool go out, but he put a check mark on him, so I guess we're gonna get a range 1 check later in the round. Okay. So now we have Shane's go now. He could pass because he has 4. No, he can't pass. They both have 4 characters. Shane's going. So range 5, I believe, means you can move with a medium base and a medium move. If you put a range 5 out, it means that you can move and get within range 2 of that character that you put the range 5 against. So Shane is basically like confirming with the range 5 that wherever he puts voodoo, he will be able to move, possess, move back. And there's no displacement available to Kurtis on this side of the board that will disrupt voodoo on round 1, so he's pretty locked in here to getting the possession off of Toad as the priority action if that's what he wants. So I think it really comes down to how much pressure can Kurtis exert onto Spectacular here on Shane's side, because that will determine what Shane's it'll give Shane a tough decision, right? If his Spectacular only has like 2 health left or something along those lines, it will incentivize Shane from going with Spectacular first, meaning that Voodoo might not be able to get the possession off on Toad as as a priority round. But if Shane has taken like 0 damage on his characters, maybe Spectacular got cover or etc., then it will incentivize Shane with going with Voodoo and possessing Toad earlier in the round, so that Toad is really offering very little VP points here. Toad did get an update, actually. I don't think I played the Marvel since the update. For anyone to like reference, Avengers Assemble, let's go. So I'm a little like any of the characters that got updates, I'm a little behind on here. He gains, so he has poison, wild poison, which is he used to have a wild push, and he has 4 health on this side and 4 health on the back side. I'm pretty sure the only changes on this guy. I don't think anyone else on these teams got changes. Also new art, so that's interesting. I think it's new art. It looks like I'm pretty sure it's new art. Okay. So, oh, look at that. So we get Voodoo getting an attack into Toad here on round 1 with Avengers Assemble. I love it. I love the aggression. Shane's identifying that he is on a clock right now because Kurtis has the VP advantage. And we're going to see if he gets him. He blocks it, but Voodoo does get an extra power here. We're getting rerolls from the what should I call it? The leadership on Miles. So that's unfortunate for Voodoo because he's not going to have enough power to immediately possess and pick up the extract. However, he has... Oh, this is tough. This is tough for Voodoo. So he will be able to attack somebody and maybe generate power off of that. That was unfortunate because that should have paid off in some way. Like if you just needed one damage through there. I don't know. Even if you got one damage because you had the skull, then you could have made Toad drop the extract, and then you could have had Iron Fist pick it up. But Iron Fist can also do a jump kick onto that secure too, now that he's Avengers Assembled. And he can land on the secure and disrupt it, potentially, because Sam is probably going to just now rotate onto the secure that Iron Fist is currently on. And so it's a pretty good strategy here. The only concern I have is that Black Cat could double move and contend that secure that Iron Fist is on, and that will slow down Shane's VPs. Um, so it's tricky to know if it's I don't know what to do here yet. I think I'm just trying to like see understand how it plays out. But Luke Cage getting within 2 of Voodoo is 100% reasonable because it'll prevent the. Oh, and he's getting an attack into Voodoo, so he's getting attack here, and he'll be able to taunt Voodoo. But attacking Voodoo now is interesting because it'll give Voodoo the power to just steal and run away if he wants to. So he's looking to chip Voodoo now because it'll make him softer later, especially since Shane doesn't have a lot of doesn't have any healing on this team. So it's like every damage that you get will accumulate and will work. Luke Cage getting great damage through here. He got how much damage? 3 damage through? Wow. And then he threw a size 2 terrain, it looks like. And it looks like Voodoo blocked 1 and took 2 more. So 3 damage on the attack, 2 damage from the terrain. Voodoo's sitting at frickin' 1 health. Oh man, that's such a bummer because he had 4 defense dice too on that attack, and it just whiffed, and Luke Cage rolled 4 out of 5. Tough spot. Although, I mean the attrition trigger from the Sam Wilson might come into play earlier than I thought it might. All right, Sam Wilson picking up a piece. Looks like he's gonna move to the secure. This is good because at least he has got 2 characters on the secure right now. So it kind of makes Black Hat. If Black Hat does go before, like earlier in the round, out of Kurtis's remaining options, then she might not like dive a point and try to block a VP or something. So I think Kurtis wants to attack Spectacular, but he really doesn't want to get hit by Shang-Chi. But Shang-Chi only has a jump kick. It's an energy attack, so Spectacular or Miles could both roll a significant amount of defense dice. Miles is in cover uh, in many scenarios that Shang-Chi would attack him, I think. Yeah, yeah. See, there we go. We're seeing it. We're seeing Shane's. It's close, so Miles would get cover. But if you put Spectacular on the back of that secure, or like right like there, exactly where he's measuring, maybe Shang-Chi doesn't reach him. I'm not entirely sure, but it's close. And you could even hedge even further out from the point. Like you could go out, yeah, exactly what he's doing. I think that he's has the right approach here. Um, Miles is the one with the secure the extract too. So it's like if Shang-Chi's attacking Spectacular, it's the wrong move even if it's like there's cover no cover because you need to deal with the characters that are holding the extracts or else you're going to kill everyone that isn't scoring points and then lose the game too quick. So he's throwing a 5 dicer into 4 dicer into Spectacular here with a wild. He's got the wild push on it, which is what really I think really what he wanted because it's an auto gaining attack, power gaining attack. So this is probably what Kurtis wanted, which was no damage and a push. Now his spectacular is basically out of the game for this next round too, because he's gonna have move and have a 4 dice attack next round, or five, maybe 5 dice. Okay. So that's Kurtis's spectacular. Now we have Shane to go with Iron Fist or Shang-Chi. Okay. So Shang-Chi. So Iron Fist could go because he has no one else that's around, but then it means that Black Hat will dive his point. But Shang-Chi kind of has to stay there too, or he loses that point. I mean, Shang-Chi's probably just going to... What is Shang-Chi going to do? Damn. This is tricky. This is a tricky spot. Having 6 Web Warriors to deal with, or whatever, 6 characters wide on a fast mission like this. How many points could you score maximum? 5. You could score 9 points in one round if you controlled everything. Okay. I think Shane does have to be aggressive here. He has no damage on the Web Warriors right now. It's a like okay, jump kick into Toad. Looks like it's going to do some damage. And does it do a lot? It does 3 damage into Toad. Toad living on 1 health. Wow. That was very good. Okay. He gets a placement off of that. The question is, will Toad run away off of the secure away from Voodoo here and then or not concede, but like force Black Cat to break a tie? Yes, looks like he's doing that. He's going to move Toad off of the point. It makes sense because it means that Voodoo has to spend an action chasing after Toad if he wants to take the piece. But he's considering it. He's not entirely. Let's see what happens. I would. I mean, I guess I would. Black Cat's gonna go over there anyway, right? Like, do you need both? Okay. He's gonna keep Toad on the point. So I'm still thinking Black Cat is going to dive where Sam Wilson is. I guess I'm not. I don't know enough about the. I don't know. That just seems so reasonable. I guess she could also like, cause then you're gonna keep Gwen safe as possible, because if Gwen survives the rest of the game, if Gwen survives the whole game, like the Web Warriors are in such a strong position usually when that happens. So you're gonna keep Gwen safe. Here's the Black Cat dive. So makes a lot of sense. Whoa. He's holding an extract. Shang-Chi isn't, and she'll get within range 1 and have the extra power. She'll have 3 power and be range on Sam, so she can steal on her first activation. Is she on the point? Yep. Okay. All right. And we have Shane figuring out what to do with Shang-Chi and knowing, well, he's just planning out what Gwen could possibly do here. Looks like Gwen can snap him up no matter what. And Shang-Chi doesn't have his martial artist ability when it's range 4, and like Gwen can just hit him from range 4. Probably what he would do with her, I would guess, if Shang-Chi just stayed on the point. Man. No matter what you do here, you're a little in a tough spot, but I think you just have to YOLO Shang. I don't know. Man, you have to YOLO Shang here? Like, you're... I think you just put him in there and you jump kick. Oh, he's leaving him there. So let's see if Gwen attacks Shang-Chi, or if she just, or if she doesn't, really. I mean, push him off the point is a huge VP swing. Or if you don't even have, I guess if you don't hit the wild here, you can still yank him off the point. Since he's going to charge in anyway, maybe that's like the thinking that Kurtis might have here. It's like Shang-Chi's, if he doesn't get the wild, doesn't push Shang-Chi off the point, you might as well pull him in because he's going to come in next turn anyway. So you might as well get the VP away from Shane. Let's see, he gets the wild. Shang-Chi blocks 2 because he does not have martial artist. And so looks like Shang-Chi is taking 0 because he got the crit paid off. 0 damage on Shang-Chi. Holy shit, dude. That's so dumb because that's just brutal. Both times Kurtis rolls the wilds, gets the pushes off, and doesn't do damage, which is like exactly what you probably wanted in that scenario. Because now Spectacular can't web swing in because he doesn't have 2 power next turn, and Shang-Chi also can't charge because he only has 1 power next turn. He's lost the secure, so Kurtis scores 2 secures. Wow, and 3 points because he got the bonus. So Kurtis scores 5, and Shane only scores 2 because he only has the extracts. That is, that's tough. Okay. So Shane needs to like get a couple of good hits here, basically, to bring this game back in. Kill Luke Cage, make Toad drop his extract. I don't know, possess Black Cat, so she can't use her steal. Just has to have an insanely, has to have a really good turn. I mean, Shang-Chi or Voodoo. The problem we have here is that Shane doesn't have brace. This means that Heroes for Hire just actually kills Voodoo. So that's a real big problem. Voodoo taking 5 damage on round 1 from Luke Cage is just not something you see every day. That's unbelievable. Okay. So my only thought here, so they got all their infinity power, it looks like. So my thought here is you attack Black Cat. Like, I don't know, you use Voodoo and use Spender Black Cat. You could. Damn. Tough. You just have to go with your most powerful piece right away, or like the piece that you just have to go with Voodoo here. Okay, Voodoo is spending 2 power. He is going to possess Toad. He is going to put the piece right on his piece, and he's going to pick up the piece with a 3rd power. Toad is now possessed. Okay. Wow. Let's see. What do you do? I think you attack. Man, do you just attack Black Cat, and then you attack Black Cat here? Okay, we got a Spender. Looks like 3 power. Oh, Spender 3 power? Oh my goodness. Yep. And you try to power drain and kill Black Cat here, because every wild you get is basically 2 successes, but it's like auto damage on one of those and then an attack roll on the other. So let's see if he auto damages. Oh, let's go. All right, he's got 2 auto damage, and 4 total successes. Black Cat's got 2, so that's looking at 4. Oh, Black Cat now has 3. Reroll coming in. Okay, and Black Cat blocks 3, so we have 2 auto damage. She loses 2 power, and then she takes 1 damage from the attack, and then yeah, so that's pretty much that. Okay, so 2 more health on Black Cat. Okay, he's gonna move. Looks like he's moving away. Okay. Black Cat only having 2 power, not enough for a steal anymore. So you gotta love it there for Shane. Okay. Man, if Kurtis didn't reroll or crit into that extra block there, having Black Cat on 1 health would have been sweet. So if Voodoo does get dazed though, he can bring Shang-Chi like back onto the point or something, or he can bring Spectacular closer to the fight. He's gonna attack Black Cat again. I like this. I like the more aggression here, and you can't like run away at the points right now. You're losing. 3 no crits. So Black Cat blocks 2. We're only seeing 1 damage, but we are getting extra power from the skull, and we have a reroll. So let's see if Black Cat blocks the 3rd. No. So that's 1 more damage on Black Cat. Oh, there we go. If we got the 1 more on either of those, we would have seen a daze. So now we get an auto throw though from the double hit, any direction, omnidirectional, and we're gonna see. Are we gonna see a brace come out? Black Cat can now steal, with she'll have 3 power. Or do you let her die? I don't know. I think you. How many more throws do we got on this team? We got Spectacular with throws. We have Sam Wilson has Spender throw. Voodoo has a throw on his attacks. So Kurtis is debating. Does he pull the trigger on this one? Maybe you do. He's figuring it out. Do you play brace to save a character this early in the game? You have no braces left. I think you let her die. Oh, he's playing it. I don't know. Okay, so he's playing brace, keeping her alive. If you attack Voodoo, you can't get heroes for hired because he only has 1 power. So he rolled a skull though. How is that possible? Oh, there it goes. There's the 2. Now he can play heroes for hire. So let's see what he does. Let's see if he because then the Black Cat's in the same situation. Now both of them don't have brace. Oh. He is killing Black Cat. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because now you have heroes for hire up and you have no. And you have no yeah, your Black Cat's screwed, or kind of like. Okay. So that was Shane's activation. Now we have what is going on here? Okay. I turned off the clicking and clacking. Now we can hear it. Now we can all hear the clicking and clacking. All right. So it is Kurtis's turn to go. Black Cat's on one, or Black Cat's dazed now. Toad on 1 health. Not he's possessed, so he can't do anything about that. If you attack into Voodoo, you get heroes for hired. So there's man. There's so many, like, it's so confusing. Alright. Toad is attacking Voodoo. He's got a range 3 attack. Oh yeah, he does. He always did. Okay. So 4 dice into Voodoo is debating if he wants to roll extra dice because Toad is possessed, and so Voodoo only gets 2 defense dice. You just have to let him die here. You have to roll 2 dice here because you don't want to waste 3 power and then die anyway. I think that's the right play, but let's see. Sometimes you need to take plays that are mathematically less probable, or they're just more risky, and they have a higher payoff. So I think the play is to just go down, but who knows? Voodoo is spending 2 power, 2 power to play Heroes for Hire. There we go. Okay. So that means his Iron Fist gets to place within 1 of Voodoo and then is now taking the attack. We've got the 2 Heroes for Hire characters facing off against each other. Shane's trying to win this side faster than Kurtis can win the top side here. It's a little bit of a race. So we have 2 attack, 2 successes on Kurtis' side, and 1 block on Shane's side because he has a martial artist. And then he gets thrown away. Toad gets thrown away from this, and he's still possessed. And looks like Shane is hoping, I think, that a hop would not. Oh, no. I mean, like, a hop will still get him in range, actually, so it doesn't matter. So Kurtis could now hop and try that again. I'm just not sure. If there's any other options. So, okay. So there we go. He's hopping back on the point. And he's ranging 3 on Voodoo again. And he's going to do it again. Now, Voodoo can't pay for defenses. Alright, let's see if that Heroes for Hire paid off. 2 successes? Nope. Voodoo is gonzo. He is dazed, he drops the piece, and the possession is removed off of Toad, allowing Toad to scoop up that piece again. He'll probably lose it again at the top of or like very early in the next round maybe then. Because if he gets away there, that's a little bit of a problem. However, Iron Fist can kill Toad now. Maybe. It's actually maybe not because Luke Cage is a real problem here. Iron Fist being at 6 power. Oh, we got a leadership trigger. So we have Spectacular back onto the car here. And we have a heal, and a condition removal, but he didn't have those. Okay. So that's Kurtis done. Now we have Shane to go here. Shane's got 4 characters, and Kurtis has 4 characters. All right. All right, Iron Fist going into Toad. Does Luke Cage bodyguard this? And he does. That makes a lot of sense. So we have what type of attack? Maybe physical? It's probably not a jump kick, right? Oh, here we go. This might get him the, oh my goodness, this could get him the slam, the Iron Fist. If it's the one I think it is. The one that gains you, oh, but Luke Cage blocks really well. Slows him down a little bit. Okay. That's only 1 damage into Luke Cage. Oh, it was the jump kick. Okay. So it was energy. And now he's going to try it again, I think, right? Like, it makes the most sense. You only have 7 power, you need 8 power. You just do a 5 dice physical builder, I think, like chi strike. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. He did a flying kick. Hmm. I liked the chi strike. I wonder why he opted for the physical attack. Okay. Does he do a chi strike this time? Oh, he does. And Luke Cage he rolled 4 successes. Luke Cage blocks 2 again. My God, Luke Cage. He is 5. Look at that. Shane gets 5. Oh my goodness, Kurtis gets 3. Only takes 1 damage, but he is stunned. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay, no, he does. Luke Cage is not immune to stun. Okay. But now Iron Fist does have 8 power, so he will be able to Iron Fist on its next activation. So, let's see how that goes. All right. So now it's Kurtis's turn. Kurtis has 4 characters left, so let's see. He's got Ghost Spider and Spectacular and Miles all on the same back secure on his side, on his left flank. And he's off against Spectacular and Shang-Chi, none of which have gone yet. Everyone on the bottom side has gone except for Luke Cage. So basically, oh no, sorry, actually my bad. Sam Wilson hasn't gone yet. Interesting. So Sam Wilson could throw into Toad and Luke Cage. Um, And Black Cat. Oh yeah, Black Cat has gone. Yeah, okay. She's dazed. Yep. Right. Okay. Dang, look at that. You have to double check that because that was so close, but it wasn't in. Spectacular out of 3 of Gwen, meaning he can't do his 5 dice attack that repositions him. So he's probably, if he goes with Spectacular, he's probably looking at a 4 dicer and then into a web swing into a 5 dicer to someone, maybe the same character twice. 9 dice attacks. I mean, it's not that crazy of a turn, but it gets you into the mix next turn, I think. The problem is you just don't want your Spectacular to be displaced until so you want to go with him last because he's holding the extract that needs to be near a secure. So, yeah, Kurtis's turn to go. Okay, so what is Kurtis gonna do here? He's gonna try to displace Spectacular again off of the piece so that Spectacular has like no range 4 options. So that's probably what Kurtis is looking to try to do. He's got his Spectacular that has 4 power because he had the Infinity plus an attack, I think is how that worked. So it means he can just throw Spectacular away. Yeah. Move. You could even just like... Maybe you could even move twice and throw Shang-Chi. I don't know. Is that good? Like just throw him away even further? You could web swing into a range 4 of Shang-Chi and hit him. But then you don't want to give him a charge power is basically the dilemma that Kurtis is facing. So you want Shang-Chi to be displaced, but you don't want to give him power. Maybe a walk. If you walk into range 3 of Spectacular, attack him, get the trigger, you could move into range 3 of Shang-Chi, throw him away, and then jump back. Okay, but anyway, He's doing something else instead. He's going with Luke Cage, it looks like. Rolling 5 dice with Luke Cage. Doing no damage. And just not doing anything else. He just doesn't want to attack anymore. So he just ended it. Okay. Now Shane is going with Sam, it looks like. This is good for Shane because it allows him to go last on this side and then force Kurtis to do something with one of the Webb's characters because they're in a little bit of a bunker situation where they both don't want to go first on the top side here. And so by Shane going on this side last on the bottom side, it means Kurtis has to be the first one to do something on the top side. All right, but he's just looks like he did a charge. So now Sam Wilson is throwing a shield, and he is using Heroes for Hire on himself. Okay, this is good. This is fun. So, let's see. Now he used Heroes for Hire on himself to reposition, and now we've got Sam Wilson throwing a shield into Luke Cage here, and it is a 0 damage shield, and he gets the ricochet though. So because its attacker effects go first, the ricochet on the wild will go into Toad. And then after that, the Heroes for Hire ability will go off, and Sam Wilson will be thrown off for the point, most likely. Toad blocks 1, and so there's no damage done to Toad either. So 0 damage on 8 dice. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay. So now here comes the throw from Heroes for Hire, and here it goes off the point. He's going to throw him off the point so that he forces Sam Wilson to have to take a move action in order to reposition. Sam Wilson had to charge on the first one because he was outrange for Luke Cage. So this was all kind of like, I think this was basically just like exactly how it was always going to play out in the given circumstance. Like no matter what happened, there was no real way of escaping the Heroes for Hire play if Kurtis wanted to take it. And he did, and he executed it. Boom. So, all right. Now Kurtis has to figure out what's he gonna do next. Looks like he's eyeing up a spectacular into spectacular impact webbing. What's the coolest play here? Oh, he could rotate Gwen away. There we go. That's pretty cool. I don't know. The most fun move here I think is spectacular moving up, doing a builder into other spectacular 5 dice, or sorry, a gainer, I guess. A 5 dice gainer, getting the trigger, getting into range 3 of Shang-Chi, throwing Shang-Chi, and then weblining back to his home secure. I think that is like the most fun option out of all of them. But it obviously has some inherent risk of not hitting the trigger. But if you don't hit the trigger, you just like, you don't do the Shang-Chi part, but you still pull him back. Okay. I don't know. This play is pretty cool. Gwen has 4 power, so she can displace 2 characters. Voodoo is dazed, and Luke Cage and Iron Fist are already winning that point. Sorry, Luke Cage and Toad are winning that point already. So he really should only just displace Sam Wilson here and get him off the point. It would be amazing if you can get Sam Wilson out of range 2 of the secure, making it impossible for Shane to get the bonus VP. And it would put Kurtis in a spot where he is probably scoring 5. Let's see if he can get range 2. Out of range 2. Looks like he can. I mean, he can. I guess it's certain. It's like certain at this point. Okay. Boom. Nails it. And don't even need a range 2 check. We already know. So Shane is stuck with getting maximum 3 VPs here, and Kurtis is pretty much locked in at 5 VPs. And he's the last one to go with a spectacular double walk throw, one of Shane's characters. This is This is brutal. Like, this is brutal because like Shane's voodoo did not do what it was like really supposed to do here. He's really should have got some damage on Toad. Should have like Toad living on one was just brutal. Was just completely brutal. And then Luke Cage doing 5 damage to voodoo in like round one is just like it's ridiculous. It's crazy how that series of events just like completely put this game on one road that is like Shane is desperately trying to like get his like wheels out of these divots like and just trying to like yank the steering wheel out of these freaking divots with like his plays but and that's all you can really do when you're in a spot where it's like the slow death is like inevitable here uh so it's annoying it's annoying when like you're doing everything you can and it isn't working. Man, web warriors webs are tricky to play against. Okay, so we have looks like Shane did an impact webbing into his Kurtis's spectacular. That's pretty good. It'll help disrupt the ability for spectacular to have as much impact uh, as as Kurtis might have hoped. All right, spectacular here is going to just move on to the point, and if anyone comes close, Shang-Chi can do some damage. All right, Miles looking like he is going to web swing. This is almost certainly a web swing. He's just putting the medium tool out, so he basically guarantees that he gets in range. Yeah. So he's like, so it's pretty simple logic here. As long as you are within range of the medium tool, you are going to get range 3. And Kurtis also knows the difference between the medium tool and the range 3 tool enough where he can even go a little further than that and know he's still and be very confident he's within 3. And so now he's just executing on the 6 dice attack, looking for the wild, and he gets it. Now he was also got barely not a lot of damage through, which is pretty good in this situation. It sets him up well to not have as much of a clapback with spectacular in the future rounds. And well, I mean it's decent amount, I guess, decent amount of damage. And the throw here is going to be another pling. But do you hit Shang-Chi? No, you don't, because you want Shang-Chi to not charge you. All right. Brutal. It's like Kurtis is like, I want to roll exactly this, and then it is happening right now. So, or pretty much, like I mean, pretty much. I don't know how much better of rolls you can get, like in terms of like what the outcome you want it to be is. Lots of impact webbings, no damage. You got heavy damage on your turns. Your characters lived. It's, it's it feels good when things are going your way. Oh man. All right, Miles being range 1 on the point again. He's holding the extract. Looks like Shang is looking to jump kick Miles, I guess. Get right in his face. I mean, like, that's what I would do here. You really don't have any other good options, I don't think. It looks like Shane is opting to try to keep his score, try to score as many points as possible. One move. Oh, maybe you. Oh, sorry. You can't. You can't move jump kick. That was my mistake. So Shane has to double move here because he had no viable attack targets. So I think this is the correct play, is to just try to get in their face as much as possible. Slam them into their team, and hopefully he can solo both these characters next round is like the idea. Spectacular to go is just going to probably just displace Shang. So he only has 4 power. So just throw Shang-Chi and then attack Shang-Chi outside of range 2 so he can't throw you. And then maybe if you get... Oh, yeah, or you impact webbing him. And then you get the guaranteed power if you want to swing onto the other point. It's maybe the thing you want to consider. Ooh, does Shang-Chi hit the piece? He does hit the car. So Shang-Chi getting a ping damage from the car. Doesn't really matter because Shang-Chi was going to get 2 power next turn anyway. I think he just checked the range 3 tool on the swing to the other point. Or he's about to. Nope. Looks like he's going for the 5 dicer. Might as well roll the dice here. There's no real downside because you're outside of 2 of Shang. So, what do we get? 4? Oh, 4 blocks. No damage. But he gets a power. The question is, does Kurtis web swing? He's currently scoring 5 VPs right now. That range 3. I think you're out. I don't think you get there. So if he got the hit wild trigger, he would have swung to the other point. Because that would have been 11 VPs, and now he's at 10 to 4. Yeah, there you go. 10 to 4. This game is over, and this game is just like, I mean, these are ones that are almost impossible to come back from unless Shane has like some really great dice and makes all of the correct decisions. So these ones are very tricky because Kurtis also may have to make a mistake on top of Shane playing perfectly, and that's not always. Kurtis is not known for making many mistakes. Okay. So we have Shane going first. He's got a voodoo with 3 power, but he's full health. So it's very tempting to not go with him. We've got Iron Fist. Iron Fist is going to do the attack into Luke Cage, right? And kill Toad. And activate Luke Cage. Does Luke Cage have range 4 on Gwen? Iron Fist. Could you imagine if Gwen had the ability to pull Luke Cage out of there and then stop the blow up? I think that's how that works. Before damage is dealt. Yeah, but it's still. Oh, characters within 3. Oh, so there's no. Never mind. It's a range 3 explosion, so it wouldn't have mattered. Toad would still die. Okay. So wow, that was pathetic roll. But Luke Cage is activated, so that's a good thing. Toad dies here. So what's happening? We're looking at a potential fallback. Why are we looking at a fallback here? Okay, we're not looking at any fallback. Okay. Okay, maybe okay. There's no real fallback option. Okay, so Iron Fist picks it up, and he has a second option. Probably he's gonna attack Luke Cage, I guess. Why not? 5 dicer physical energy. Oh my goodness, Iron Fist, come on, buddy. Okay. So Kurtis is up here. He has a dazed Toad. And he has an activated Luke Cage. So he has only got 4 characters left, so it means Shane gets to activate last this turn, so it's big for him. Is there an all webbed up play anywhere around here? Black Cat has 6 power. She could all webbed up. All webbed up and just attack Voodoo with 2 6 dices with Pierce. It's pretty funny stuff. You could stagger Voodoo and steal from Sam. Yeah, you could do that. That's pretty cool. If you don't do any damage, Voodoo can't take the piece back. If you get the elusive, that's helpful. Hmm. So that's an option. Uh, what else here? Is there anything you can? Is there any character you could like take their activation away from them? I mean, you have Spectacular sitting on 2 health, but a throw with Spectacular getting thrown, it means he's only at 1 health. Versus Kurtis' Spectacular sitting at have 4 power. So you do have like a Miles. The thing is, if you kill with Miles, you don't get the. You can't pick up the piece. If you kill Spectacular, if Kurtis kills Spectacular with his Spectacular, he can pick up the piece. Um, hmm. Do you go with Black Cat though? She has the least amount of health left, 4, and she can like double stagger or steal stagger, or you just don't give Voodoo the power. So you just steal with Sam with Black Cat. Black Cat steals from Sam and then moves away. Um, interesting. If you do that, you give up your bonus VP situation, right? So if you steal with Black Cat, you kind of like want to stand on a point. So it's a very interesting spot to be in with Black Cat. He's looking at a runaway play though. Dutch won against Johnny. Oh wow. All right. So it means that I mean like I'm looking at the math here and I'm saying that Shane's in the hole. So if Kurtis does pull this out, it means that we're going to a game 3 tomorrow night with Schmid versus Rob. Oh, that'll be cool. All right. Hopefully that game gets streamed too. Dutch won against Johnny. Was Johnny playing APOC? Or was Johnny playing Criminals or something? I don't know. But and Dutch was playing Hydra. Shadowlands Criminals. Okay, yeah. So Shadowlands versus Hydra. Wow, that must have been a fun match to watch. Oh, thanks for TG Lord. Thank you for hosting this this event too. It's really cool. Lots of great players signed up and and it's a really turned into quite the event. So thank you for putting this on. 7 wide Hydra. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so we have an all webbed up from Black Cat. Sweet. So let's see. Oh, we're getting an attack with Black Cat into Voodoo. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. Let's see. 6 dice with a pierce, right? And bleed on damage. Oh, it's a big hit. It's 4 with a pierce. He might one-shot Voodoo. Oh my goodness. 5 with a pierce. What the hell? I don't know. Like they're rip. Man, these are brutal, dude. When you're like trying to like tread water, and then your opponent is like holding your head under the water. It's just like, yo, it's brutal. Like the dice are really. Kurtis is making smart decisions, and on top of that, the dice are working out in his like they're just doing the things that he wants them to do. When he doesn't want to do damage, he hasn't been doing damage. Is what it seems. That's what it seems like from watching from this perspective. And then he's like, "All right, play all webbed up. Let's get some real damage through." And oh, what is happening? Fallback. Okay, we're getting a fallback. So now Voodoo just has to take the 5 damage. All right. We're getting a hop into a kill. he's gonna do a troublemaker with an 8 dice troublemaker into Voodoo for the kill. God. He's already slowed, and if he doesn't do damage, he's slowed, bleeding, and staggered. He's just gonna sit there shaking. Literally just sit there shaking. Gosh, that's pretty funny stuff. I mean, you might as well go for it. Like killing when you're ahead, like KOing a Voodoo is more important than a 1 VP swing, especially when you're 6 points ahead. So like, is he? Oh, Voodoo gets cover. So that doesn't matter. There's no damage here, right? So he's gonna just. Oh Oh no, this is brutal. Like for like the oh wow, he got him. He got him anyway. I forgot how dice work for a second there. But 5 successes into one block, count 2 with cover, is still gonna get 1 damage through. Voodoo is KO'd by Black Cat. That's really silly. That's really dumb. This is like, what could Shane have done here? Like, I don't even know. I don't know what Shane could have done. Um, was the match lost in deployment? Like, I think Shane did everything he could have. Like, he pushed Voodoo forward aggressively. That was smart. I like that. I love that, actually. But it he rolled no damage. Like, that was so silly. And then when what 5 dice deck from Luke Cage pretty much dusted Voodoo in one shot. Like, I don't know what he. Literally, you have no choice. You have no option there. Hmm. I think he should have been more aggressive with Shang-Chi on round 1. I think that's like maybe. That's just my guess. And then I don't really know. He does get Sam back on the point though. He does. That's good for him. It means he gets the bonus VP. Um, he'll get the bonus VP if all 3 characters end up on the point, which they will probably not because Shane now has second last activation. So Kurtis killing Voodoo before he activated was massive for this round and who goes last. Okay. So now we have Shane going. What's he doing here? He's going with Sam Wilson, throwing in a Black Cat or something? Like, what's going on? He rolls. He's doing a spender into Gwen, it looks like. And Gwen blocks 3. Love to see it. Okay, so Gwen blocks 4. Yo, what's going on? All right. Yeah, I heard TG Lord mentioned that it was that Dutch pulled that off. It was pretty good, pretty good. So this game here, it was looking like in Curtis's favor, meaning we'll see what happens. Anything can happen, but it might end up with a game 3 tomorrow night. Pretty pretty cool. All right, who's gonna? I wonder. Like, I mean, let's see. Shane, Dutch, and Rob are all locals to Ontario. They all play in the same meta, so to join up and if they are able to take down the squad goals champs here, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, all 3 of those players they're really great, and they always do well, or they do well very consistently. So, I mean, I think like on paper it's an upset, but I think that they were all good enough to make it happen if it does turn out that way, and Shane and Dutch and Rob are able to get the W. I mean, uh, yeah, Dutch and Rob both were at WTC last year, and their teams both did really well, and so that was and yeah, Shane actually went to second win. I think he got 4th place at second win. So like all of them have had pretty good results in pretty big events. Uh, so they just are. They haven't got one of like a big like one of the big event wins that I can think of. I'm not entirely sure. I think they've all won things, but none of like the big stuff that like convention stuff. But they all have it in them, I think. Anyway, they all have it in them to win. They don't go to very many, each of them. So, okay. So let's see here. We have Kurtis's Spectacular going for the kill on Shane's Spectacular. He's got a throw in the bank here. He needs 1 damage through. Shane's looking for a save here to get him. To save him. Oh, does he get it? He needs this. Oh, he got it. Oh, okay, he got it. Okay, so he's going to live. Are you talking me up? Yeah, I am actually. That's right. Congrats on the W. Congrats on the dub. That's big. That's a big win against Johnny. Obviously, Johnny was the last. I'm pretty sure Johnny was the last game I played back in May when he beat me to win the twin squad goals. So yeah, he's a good player, and so that's a good win. Okay, looks like he's throwing Shang-Chi because Kurtis can't throw. I need people to underestimate me. Okay. Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, I heard it was. Yeah, I heard Vodka in the when the chatter was saying that it was a great game. So, um, so Kurtis opted not to throw Spectacular because it wouldn't have killed him. It doesn't really matter. Save it for another activation and threw Shang-Chi away at least to like try to get Shang-Chi. I don't know, minimize Shang-Chi's damage output this round. Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for to see what happens for the game with Rob versus Schmid tomorrow. That'll be fun to watch. Okay, so Shane is battling back here with Shang-Chi. He does a charge. He does a hidden flower under the leaves. I think is what he did. Whoa, he's getting a spider tracker. Ayo. And even when you do the charge, you can only do this 10,000 shape strike. So it means that Shang-Chi just got. All right, the classic webs. So he's done though. I think doesn't it just end his action? What am I missing? Does he get his action back? I guess I don't know how the card works. I don't know. Okay. Bu bu bu. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe that was the second action. Yeah, first action there, lost the first action. Second action, jump kick. So, all right, makes sense. He's doing an attack into Miles, looking for a one shot, and Miles blocks all of it. So, just, man. All right. Yeah. All right. So now we have Spectacular on this side of the board. So now Gwen's just going to displace. What is Gwen looking to do here? Gwen is looking to. Okay, so what is Kurtis scoring? Kurtis is scoring. Uh, one. No, Kurtis. He's scoring. Not scoring this point with Luke Cage on it, so he wants to get there probably. Miles will score this back point, and that's that. So that's 1.2. So Kurtis is going to score 2 points with Miles, 3 points with Miles because he'll get the bonus VP. That's the general idea there. So 3 points with more. So if Kurtis can score 3 more, he wins, but he's not going to win in this round because he needs to take a piece. So, is anyone slowed on this team still? So Voodoo's slowed, but he's already okay. So there's no all webbed up play anymore. Gwen. Let's see here. Gwen has 3 power only. Okay. So who do you attack? You're trying to get a piece off of someone else. You can displace Sam, and then that's pretty much it. You can then move and then attack Sam, and then move again and displace Iron Fist if you get an extra power. And that would get you. It wouldn't get you enough VPs to win, but it would slow Shane's scoring down even more because Sam wouldn't be on the point, and Iron Fist. Okay. What is he trying to? What is he thinking here? If he attacks now, he's looking for just 2 attacks into Sam, like, because you get extra dice. Okay, so it looks like we're getting 1 damage through on Gwen. Damn, this is why you should have moved first, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm... You're life-savering. So he's setting up life-saver next turn. Okay. So that's Gwen, gets the VP there. So now we're going to score... It looks like Kurtis is going to score 2 secures, and then 1 extract is 3, and then a bonus for the 1 extract is 4 VPs. And we have Shane scoring 3. Ooh. We're going to have a rotation from Spectacular. Will Miles do anything like that? I don't think so. So, wow, interesting. Because he can now... He can... He can move, hop, move, throw, Gwen off the point. Alright, are you going for the Spectacular kill? Or the Miles kill, I mean, with Spectacular? I doubt it. I think that's tough, but maybe that might be the only out, actually. I haven't run the math. Ooh. Shane's using his finger to measure. I mean, you're allowed to, yeah. It looks like he's in. I'd do the same thing, and it looks like you're in. Oh, man. One more day, and it's the long weekend. Let's go. Oh, man. All right. So he is rotating, throwing Gwen off the point here. Alright, throwing her outside of lifesaver range of her team makes a lot of sense. So that means what are we getting for a score here? We're getting 3. Um, it depends on what Miles does. If Miles stays back on the point, I'm not sure. Looks like Spectacular on Kurtis' side is not within range 1. Yep, that's correct. There's lots of room there. So we've got Shang-Chi gaining a point, Spectacular gaining a point. That's 2 VPs there, plus 3 more bonus. So it looks like Shane's getting 5 right now. Kurtis is getting uh, 1 secure. Oh, he's rotating in. All right, I dig this. He's gonna do an attack into Iron Fist. Oh, nope, he's just gonna win the point. Was that did he just spend power for that swing? He did, okay. So he's already swung. He's moving. And who is he attacking? Is he attacking Spectacular with only 3 health? Oh, not enough. Oh, Sam? Basically, he's weakening his entire team for next round to clean it up, I guess, is probably the thinking. But he doesn't do anything with the attack, and it's blocked. My game's a little choppy right now. All right, so all right, so now we have no damage there. Finally, Kurtis gets a roll that he would probably not be happy with. Okay, took 3 rounds. Okay, so now that's the score. Kurtis scores 1 secure plus 1 extract plus 1 point, so he scores 3, and Shane scores 5. Wow. Whoa, 6? What am I seeing here? 5. Now goes to 9. There we go. All right. So, who had last activation? It looks like Kurtis had last activation, giving Shane priority. So Shane is stuck up there with Spectacular, holding no secures. So he's that's a bummer. You're probably going to not go with Shang-Chi first. You have Spectacular low on health. Damn, dude. Kurtis' whole team is there. And they're all pretty high on health. You kind of just have to throw a bunch of 5 and 4 dice attacks and really hope they get through. Rip. Rip. Let's switch it over. And we'll wait. Oh, man. Okay. That's a bummer, unfortunately. All right. Hopefully we'll get back in this thing. Oh man, anytime the game TTS crashes on me or anything like that, I just keep reminding myself that um, that the fact that we even get to play this game in this medium is incredible. So sometimes you have to deal with minor inconveniences, and that is okay. All right. We are on the last few activations here. So we're looking at a YOLO spectacular play, maybe. Spectacular has 5 power. So he can throw characters. He can spend what does he have? Okay, what do we got here? 5 power. Okay. So you've got a webhead wallop could kill a character. So you could one shot with webhead wallop. That's 4 power. It's too much. Okay. You got to throw. You need to do a throw. It's 3 power. There's no way to get to 7 power. So you're looking at 2 5 dice attacks, a web swing and a throw. All right. So you can't kill anyone with the throw. You can do some damage. You can kill 2 characters. What are they? You got Miles over there holding a piece. You got Black Cat with enough power to steal. So I mean you have to kill Miles and Black Cat basically. You can throw Miles into Black Cat. That's a few damage points. Then you can attack Miles. Here we go. What do we got? We got Sam charging in. It looks like. All right. Looking at a ricochet, a 4. I mean, you could do it. You could kill 4 characters here with Sam. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine if Sam just dusted the entire team right here? Like that'd be. Then he only has. Oh my gosh. All right. Who is he going into first? I was into nobody. It was into blanks. It was an Iron Fit. Oh, wait, I was into who? Oh, there it goes. There, it's into Black Cat. No Ricochet. There we go. Yep. Nailed it. Alright, so now we've got a second attack. No damage. Okay. Sam Wilson. Not really, didn't really do it there. Tough. Who won? Wait, hold on. Who won between Nobility and Zach? Is that game still going? Oh, okay. Zach won. Damn, that might have been a good match. Both those players are very good. Zach was playing Web Warriors, wasn't it? And do APOC? Um, damn. I thought I thought. Am I? Was that true? Was the APOC? Was Zach playing webs into APOC? Cause that's if he webs Zach and yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Like, man. That's good for Zach because that's a pretty brutal matchup from what I've seen. So, damn. All right. So, Kurtis just kills. What just happened there? That was just a nasty 4 dice or a big attack, I guess, from Gwen into Spectacular. There's Shane's leadership. Okay. Now we have Kurtis to go here. The game is like pretty much. I'm just trying to figure out what else there is to do. Gwen's now done, and she couldn't pick up the piece because she spent all her power. And so now Shane's just got Iron Fist and Shang-Chi left. There's just no objective way this game pans out for Shane here. Like there's no, like, he literally does not have the actions to claw this back. So I think he's probably just rolling to try to get some damage through. Like, it's just like, dude, anytime I'm like in a Hail Mary position, like my dice just are worse. It's like your dice are just like objectively worse every time you're like in this position. It feels like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's like some sort of mental effect or whatever. Okay, so nothing else to do, right? Just do another jump kick. Do a jump kick of some sort. The only way you lose is if Kurtis. The only way you win is if Kurtis literally walks all his characters off the points. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, another attack with Iron Fist. Couple damage goes through. Oh, Kurtis, never mind. Oh my god, Kurtis is gonna fully block this. Okay, way blocks all of it except for one. Oh my. Yo, dude. Alright. So, Kurtis needs to score 3 VPs because Shane is scoring 1 VP. 3 VPs. So Shane's scoring 3. Kurtis will score. Kurtis can spectacular move to here. That's 1 VP. Kurtis has Miles. Oh, but hold on. You guys, you have to worry about Shang-Chi there. So Kurtis is already scoring Ghost Spider. That's 1. Then you have this Luke Cage point. That's 2. You already have the 3. So, like, he already has the 3. So he's just basically doesn't matter. Because you have Gwen, then you have this whole clump, and then you have Miles with the third piece, with the 3rd VP. And it actually, Miles is scoring a 4th VP because of the bonus. So now Kurtis is scoring 4 VPs. Kurtis currently scoring 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kurtis scoring 5 VPs, and Shane is scoring 1, 2, 3. So 18-12 right now, if nothing changes. Shane passes. Toad picks us up, scoring a 6th VP if Toad ends up within 2 of the secure to not lose the bonus. So it's currently scoring 19-12 right now if Toad moves back. And looks like he will. Alright, so now it's up to Shane to pass again. There's really nothing with Black Cat to do, so she would just like sit there. Same with Luke Cage. They could just sit there. Oh my god, he's gonna steal from Iron Fist. Of course he is. Jesus. So, steal from Iron Fist, move back into the point. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's Now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Kurtis. And now we have Shane to go. He's going to pass. And then we have Luke Cage to pass. And then we have Miles to even stop Shane from scoring. Dude. Man, dude. It's... Okay. I am personally the type of player where I would have stopped playing this game. As soon as it was mathematically locked in that I would get 16, but some people, like Kurtis, likes to play all the way to the end and maximize the VPs. And either option I think is totally fine, and there's no real right answer here. If VPs were mattered in terms of tiebreaker, then I can understand Kurtis is doing the objectively right play. But also there's something to be said about like playing through every single action of the game. It's like it reminds me of like hockey, or I don't know, just like I guess like sports in general, but like hockey is a good one where it's like even when there's like 2 seconds left and there's like the score is like 4-0 or something like that, where it's impossible to score, they still will drop the puck and play the last two and play in quotes the last 2 seconds. And so there's something to be said about just playing until the buzzer goes off. All right, looks like the game is now locked in with Kurtis scoring 3 secures, 3 extracts, and the bonus point for 7. So it's going to be 20-10 because Shane's scoring 2. So we're going to flip over to their chat quickly, bitch about the webs real quick, and then we'll call it. All right, so we're going in here. Let's see, are we done? GG, okay. Hey, yo.
Hey, Lucas.
Man,
dude, that was so dumb, dude. Okay, all right, so...
I know, this is the worst I've ever played.
Man,
I messaged my team, I'm like, guys, I'm playing the dumbest game of MCP that has ever been played.
Oh man, I love the voodoo play, but then it was so dumb how it's like you do the attack, 0 damage, and then Luke Cage walks up and fucking one-shots you basically. It's so dumb. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, at one point, Kurtis was just swinging, and I'm like, well, let's see how many wilds you can roll now.
Yeah. It was funny because I was like, oh, he gets a impact webbing, 0 damage, and pushes you. Perfect. Oh, he does another one, 0 damage, pushes you. And your Shang-Chi and your Spectacular were just like, it was so dumb. It was so Curtis getting exactly what he wanted so many times. It was crazy. It was, but I think that you made a lot of generally you made a lot of the correct decisions. It's just that you were in these things kind of got screwed you over early on, and then man, that was...
Yeah, and I screwed myself over early on. I dug myself a really big hole, and then tried to dig myself out and couldn't. Right, like because at that point you're like, I'm gonna swing for the fences for the stuff I have.
Yeah.
And but they're all fence swings, right? Like
yeah.
I can like how much. So what we learned is Iron Fist absolutely cannot kill Luke Cage. Like no matter what. Not even with an Iron Fist, nothing. So.
Yeah, that was pretty silly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what to say. Curtis, you have any thoughts on the situation?
You know, I don't know. It is funny when like if you look at the end of the game, it's like, oh yeah, my dice were probably pretty balanced, except for the part where, like you said, I either spiked into voodoo or rolled nothing when it was pushing 0 power characters off infinity formulas. So
yeah,
it all evened out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say the dice just took my chance to get back in from the mistakes I made away. So like I did give Kurtis that game very early. I gave him a huge lead that wasn't dice dependent. I also misclicked and brought battle plan instead of brace, which was a big brain move. And yeah, so I wanted to flex by beating Kurtis with 4 tactics cards because I heard that's what Alan did to him, and then because it's the leadership.
Good. Well, thank you
Anyway.
guys very much for the game, and I guess what's gonna happen is the decider is happening tomorrow night. So,
Oh, man.
we'll
Yeah,
see how
I
that
told him
goes.
Dutch is gonna try to carry me here, and then now we need Rob. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be
it'll be a fun
gonna
one.
be
So,
tight.
thank you guys for letting us watch the game and having it on stream. So, I'll catch you guys
Awesome.
later.
Thanks, Lucas. See you, Shane. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, there we go. Wraps it up. That was fun. It's fun to watch. Great to chat with a couple other fellow Ontarians. And I will catch you guys in a future stream. Ooh, catch you later, Johnny.